Hi, good morning. Good morning and good morning. Good morning. Y'all, I got up at 7 o'clock. I woke up very, 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 very late this morning. I think that's why I'm a few minutes late. I could have been exactly 8 o'clock, but I'm one of those people that's early but late. But good morning, y'all. Time to speak. My specs on. Jay Parrish, Angela Hurd. I am here for the show. Wooden Carruthers, Ray Black, PDP, Trash Talker, Angela. Good morning. Thanks for coming in, early birds that come in here early morning. Hey, good morning, Liz. That Virgo. All right, enough the small talk. Enough of the speaking. The 20 is here already. Y'all came here fast. Oh my God. Y'all, so if you notice, I don't really have nothing in my description box. Because usually when I know what I'm going to talk about, I put it in my description box. I might put it in the title. But if something else going on, I will put in my description box when I'm off. So if somebody want to catch my replay, they can just simply read the description. If they don't want to watch that, watch, you don't have to, because I say what I'm talking about to give them a choice to come. If I'm talking about some YouTube stuff, I'll put it down. I'm not, it won't be there. It'll be just the news stories, because y'all do know I like to skip around, watch different stuff. But this morning is not like that because I don't really have nothing specific that I want to talk about. So I'm going to kind of go with the flow. If anybody in the chat want to talk about something, y'all can talk about any and everything. You know what I'm saying? As people come in, it just doesn't matter. So I'm just going to just roll with it because, like I said, I don't want to take off no more right now. I've been gone long enough, and it took me a while to put myself back in this aneurysm. Because, when you're gone for, wow, it's about a month, huh? 3 weeks, almost a month. That's just the way it is. So I'm just being open. However, so when I woke up late this morning, 7 o'clock my time, I started rushing around. Our first thought was, wow, maybe I got to write a post. I'm not going to come live, because I'm going to be extremely late. And I said, no, let me go ahead and talk. Feeling some space because I want to make sure we clog up these airwaves. Yeah. So, and when I say we, the ones that's getting accused of clogging up and being in this little group or clique or whatever it is, a few people is trying to say, so, okay, so I'm clogging it up for a minute. And don't y'all start calling me. Let me turn this off. I don't know how or why I got these telemarketers trying to figure out what did I fill out for them to be calling me. I hate that because I won't answer the phone if it say private, unknown, unlisted, or whatever. I won't answer those calls, and then it turns out to be somebody that I need to answer. If if they leave a message, then I said, and I called them and tell them, well, y'all need to start calling me back on the number. So I got this one lady said, well, if we call you, we'll call you back on a recognizable number. This would be the number. I said, because I don't answer those kind of calls. So that's what that'll be bothering me like that. But let me get right into it. So when I got up, so when I turned on my computer, you know, I keep it on continuous, one thing be playing one after another. So Sean Bradley was on. Now, because I didn't watch Jay Wilson last night. So I guess he's talking about what happened in Jay Wilson's chat. Okay. Now, he was speaking on something about Jay Wilson had the subbies for everybody to drop their cash up. But let me backstroke just a little bit. So Ronnie Q got this thing up about she want to do a Christmas thing with some of the content creators, because she said some, because she mentioned specific names. You know, I saw that post when I heard about it. You know, I went over there and looked at it. And she wants somebody to bless the content creators. I think this is what I took it. And the content creators in return bless one or more of their subjects or whatever it is. Okay. So, and that's for Christmas. Now, Jay Wilson last week hustled up on him a whole Thanksgiving meal, even one of those $10, $12 turkeys. Not that the price matter, but y'all know what I'm saying. People were saying that he actually needed to hustle up a meal, you know, and the way he be on here begging, you know, he should have had money to buy a meal. That's what the streets are saying, not me. So anyway, so they say last night he was telling the subbies. I don't know if he got the idea from Ronnie Q or not. You know what I'm saying? That sounds like that's what Sean Bradley was alluding to. I don't know, subliminally, and anybody else, to drop their cash app. Everybody drop their cash app, so the subbies can bless the subbies. So according to Sean Bradley, he sound like to me, he's saying, well, it's Jay Wilson coming out his own pocket. Now, I just found out this morning that a few people dropped some money to him and told him to disperse it to some of the people in the chat that saying that they have a need for Thanksgiving. Okay. So then Sean Bradley brings up Unside April, you know, and where's Unside April? I wish he was here. And something about I don't know if he was saying Jay Wilson was saying Unside April got a need or always have a need, or somebody was saying she always have a need, but she got 8 boys and so forth and so forth, which that doesn't matter because our kids have their own life and their own families. When maybe her kids got their own whatever, and if they can help their parents out, they will. Take me, for example, I don't bother my sons. They got wives and children, but they are there for me. But I try not to go to them for something. I will if I have to. They would definitely be the first ones I go to before I go to the YouTube. But if y'all see me come to the YouTube, it's because if they don't have it or they exhausted their funds doing whatever, they family, whatever, or I just don't want to bother them, you know, because they do enough for me. That's just me. First of all, my pride would probably get in the way before I come to YouTube, because I'm trying to figure out, when did all of a sudden, y'all, am I right or wrong, everybody started to need money? Ever since, in my opinion, since Miss Pizarro had that problem with her bank, and people seeing that her supporters, you know, blessed her to get over whatever was going with her banks, call, whatever was going on. It just seems after that, here comes Lovely Love. Well, W always did come in, you know, need something. Here just come everybody. Needing this, needing that. Is that if the Black sector now is a GoFundMe or a grant, the UTUBE sector grant, everybody is needing something now all of a sudden. It's not about just the roast and gag. It's about come over here and get some money. Tell people you got a problem. That's just my opinion, because it seems like every time everybody is needing, and it makes it hard to decipher. You got to really have some good discernment. Who is need and who's not, because you want to help those that's in need. Okay? You want to help someone that's I don't know, it's just hard, you know, it's making it hard, because it ain't like you can come on here every single day and bless everybody that got a need. Hell, you be broke. Let's face it, ain't none of us in this beef sector rich. You know what I'm saying? Most of the people got just a regular what you call it, paycheck to paycheck job. Some make real good though, where they can't bless people. Some have more income than other. than others, but every day that's what's going on. So now we have to use our discernment. We got to go by what our spirit tells us. If our spirit is really strong about what this person got a need for real, because I do believe if Auntie April came on there, she got a need, because I don't see her coming on here asking for nothing. I don't see her doing that. You know what I'm saying? You can kind of tell, by the people that don't come over on here, doing it like that. And by the way, let me say this before I forget. After Thanksgiving, we got a birthday coming up. It's one of our own. Well, one of mine, my mom's fake. So y'all keep that in mind, okay? Yeah, so anyway, so let me get back over and speak. And I want y'all opinion on that. Don't it seem like all of a sudden everybody, and that's just the way it seemed to me. And y'all gonna tell me if I'm right or wrong. Y'all gonna tell me if I'm right or wrong. I don't have the purse. How the little boy used to put it all the time. And oh, she got the purse, because I simply used to bless people all the time. I said used to because then it was before the corona. I did all the time. I did. Now it's me supporting, by trying to join their membership or whatever, because I don't think nobody got back to what it actually was. So, oh, she got the purse, she do this, she do that. So I've always blessed people and still will, the ones I think I need to bless. But now, on the other hand, folks trying to be saying, he's saying that. Don't we, he said, well, Jay Wilson come out of his pocket. Now, don't we do the same when it's birthdays? We'll tell people, if somebody's birthday, drop your cash app. It's so-and-so birthday, drop your cash app. And I do it sometimes because maybe if I ain't got nothing to say, at least I can drop their cash app and let them get some blessings from some people over here. So isn't that the same as Sean saying, well, did Jay Wilson come out of his pocket? Can that be? Can you say that that's the same too? Okay. And before I go on, I got to say before I forget. So if I don't ask somebody to drop a specific person in my chat, they link, please don't do it. Please don't do it. Because I would mention specific people links I want to be dropped. You know what I'm saying? And if it's somebody I don't see over here supporting me and who I know don't like me, and I've just realized there's somebody that don't like me, don't do that, because I'm just going to remove it. Don't. If I, and I usually would say myself, drop so-and-so link. So if I don't ask for a link, so I want to get back to how I do it like that too. It's just only respectful. That's all that is. And don't get me wrong, I hate nobody. I want to see everybody grow. It's room for everybody. But I normally would say who link I won't drop. And that's just the way it is. Now let me get back to speaking, because I see some more people came in. Let me go back up. I think I stopped at you, William J. Parrott, Phenomenal, Leslie, Toya, Face Yaya. You make it share. It's Miss Felicia, Peach. Okay, I did hear something like that too, Phenomenal. They say he got a free turkey, but then he was having people to send money for a turkey, greens, macaroni, cheese, pack of cornbread mix. Now, people get on here and say, well, because, like I said, everybody go through hard time, even couples, married couples and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that got nothing to do with it. And like, this is my own personal, I've always had a job of my own, and my employer paid me. So this is like a job. My employer, gonna pay me, YouTube, whoever that is, Google Accent. So that's mine. So I don't have nothing to do with my husband. So if he haven't spent the money after the bills, I have mine. So if I got a need, that's my personal need. Got nothing to do with my husband. But some people don't get that. Couples need all on hard times, and people do their own thing. This is my YouTube situation, not his. But I'm saying this to say, now people be talking about couples this, couples that. Well, you got single men, and I've always thought a man could get out there and hustle and get out there and do it, okay? You got single men over there begging for Indian and everything. Now, I would want to give to a single woman quicker than I would a single man. I mean, I just never known a single man get on here and beg like that. In my real life, I see single, if they single, I see them work, so, but YouTube is different. So I'm saying all these scenarios because of what I'm hearing Sean Bradley saying this morning. And if I'm wrong or said so, rubber somebody wrong, y'all can tell me. I don't care about that, because that's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? It's just my opinion. Good morning, Stacy Robinson. That's right. See, I am a married woman, and I am saying support my children fund. That's mine. I got nothing to do with my husband, my household. That's mine for my extra curriculum activity. Okay, just like my jobs just to pay me. So that's the part I don't think people really get. You know what I'm saying? However, there are other couples on here. People bless them. You want to bless them, you bless them. They don't just have to fall on hard times either. You might like my content, you know, and want to bless me, and I don't got nothing to do with nothing else. This is me. And I type of person, I don't, like I said, I don't want to every time I got a need run to my sons like that. So I don't agree with, you know, over there with Sean talking about her family, this and that. Maybe they ain't got jobs. Maybe they can't afford it. I don't know. I don't know. But that's the first thing people would run to, you know, a situation like that. So thank you, Lady Nigga. Y'all hit that chilling fund. January soon will be here, but I'm going to keep that up because that's just the name of my fund. It ain't just about chitlins only. That's the name of my fund. But however, I would like me old nasty case of chitlins. See, I can't go get my chitlins, y'all. Okay. I got a need. I got a chitlin fund now. So I'm begging too. Like, if that's the case, all content creators beg, big and small. You just don't hear the bigger ones constantly mention it, you know, as much as we do when we over there watching. Rang the bell, love me, T, and all the rest of them. You know, people just be blessing them. They don't ask. You know, so that's the difference. But they got a cash fund up there, and in Venmo, and Zelle, and everything else. So I guess all of that's begging. No, it's not. That's how they get paid for doing this show. You know, people got to understand that. That's what it is. Stacey, we eating duck this year. Oh, I'm gonna go get a duck too, Toya. Yeah, I remember coming up, we would always have a duck in the turkey. And the roast, a hell of a lot of us, we all piled up in the house. We'd have the duck, the turkey, the roast, a couple of roasted chickens, a lot of meats with all the salad dishes. Yeah. I think I spoke to you, Mr. Williams. If I didn't, good morning again. So, with that said, is there anything else y'all want to discuss? That's what I ran across this morning. However, the Cornelia Robertson stuff is constantly going on. They're constantly coming out with more and more new stuff. I was watching Gossip Girl XOXO, and it's hard to break it as ever when you listen to the father. Good morning, ODS. Okay, let me see. Hi, everyone. Decorating at work and having a lot. So listening. You mean potluck for listening, but not in the chat. Okay. If y'all want to see some good old mukbangs, y'all know that the ODS over there be making people be hungry. He wrong for that. But people have different definitions of hard times. But some people, hard times is, I'm short on cash and need some cigarette. See, that's not hard times. Yeah, cigarettes, liquor, my McDonald's money, or so let me go say, I'm in need. Yeah, that's what I mean when I say you can't tell when somebody really in need for real. Because I don't feel like trying to support somebody happy. It's a hard time. A cigarette or a liquor. Or if you can't afford to go out to McDonald's or something, well, then stay home and cook. Okay? Or that $10, $5 or $10 somebody give y'all from McDonald's. You better take that $10 to the store and get you a chicken, a sack of potatoes, some rice, and a bag of beans. That's going to stretch for more than one day. You can get your bag of beans at 99-cent store for 99-cent. You can get your small bag of rice at 99-cent. That's $2 right there. You can get your loaf of bread for $1. That's $3. Go to buy your nasty piece of pack of chicken for $4 or $5. Okay? So get your beans, your rice, and your bread and get you a chicken. You can cut that chicken up in pieces and you can take that flour and water, make you some dumplings. You only need one piece of chicken really to boil and make some broth and drop them dumplings in that hot boiling broth. Oh, you can stretch that one chicken too as well. You can do like the Chinese, the Filipinos do. They'll take one steak and feed a multitude because they cut it in thin strips and they make gravy to it. And they throw some broccoli or some of those long pea green beans in there. They stretch a meal. You take one steak and do that. Feed the whole family. Y'all better learn how to cook. Because I know how to boil a nasty piece of neck bone and make me a pot of beef soup. I know how to buy a whole nasty piece of beef bone, you know, and make some beef broth. Y'all, forget that. Now, y'all see me out eating all the time because I be in a position to do that, but it be with my own extracurricular money. You know, somebody might bless me on here and tell me behind the scene. I have half few people do that. Here, this for when you go out, put this on your meal. Or go get you a cup of coffee, because they know that's what I do. I don't come on and say all that and say the name. They don't be want nobody to know, and I appreciate them. And like somebody sent me an nasty cash app, I was surprised last week, a nice little piece of cash app, and I sent them a heart. So I hope they didn't hear me saying it again. Thank you very much. I wasn't expecting that. It was only cash app I got that day, but it was good. You know what I'm saying? Children is a high as hell. That girl. That's why I keep telling y'all. The Filipino, the Asian, whatever it is over there, got them for $4.99 for 1 pound. And you know, 5-pound bag was that. They might be higher this year out there. I ain't went out there. They might have put it up to $5 or $6.99 per pound. And then once you say if you got 10 pounds and get through cleaning, you're allowed to have 7 pounds. And then it shrink down to nothing. So you got to get at least 30 pounds if you want 10 or 15 pounds worth of chitlins in your pot. Hit the like button, y'all. So did anybody got anything else want to talk about? And see, Miss Bless, the chitlin fund is not the same as these begging funds. You inform and entertain us if people don't mind. Yeah, well, thank you very much, L7. When I was at the store. Same here, Lady Nika. I'm not going to have any this year. Lady Nika, you still said you're not going to have no chitlin, girl. Because I know y'all down south, y'all cook them on Thanksgiving. I found that out last year. Yeah. Okay. I grew up eating it. Yeah, everybody did. Duck. Grew up eating duck, yeah. Duck is greasy too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of grease in it, cook it out. But some people think you can cook it long and get all the grease out. No, the longer you cook it, it toughens up. The skin toughens up. You have to cook it just right. You have to cook duck in the same manner that you would steak. You cook it medium well. You know what I'm saying? Because that skin gonna get tough. And I like the way the Asian cook it. They know how to get their skin on the outside nice and crispy, like a pork skin. You know what I'm saying? And the skin and the meat is brown meat, but you gotta know how to cook it. Final store did have 2 buckets left, and I was able to get them. Wow. So they're going already, huh? See, we'll start buying ours after Thanksgiving. We'll start looking for them in December to cook them in January. Wood ground turkey. Rotel dip. I started hearing about Rotel dip doing that one Christmas when Beth was making dinner. She said anybody house you go to in the South, down there where she at, was going to have some Rotel dip. See, I didn't know that's a tradition too as well, to have that Rotel dip. Good morning, Almy Brown. Almy Brown, girl, I be enjoying your service. Your service be my service before I go to my service. I be getting dressed to get ready to go to my service. See, it'd be like 6 o'clock my time. My service don't start at 10, but I get up early on Sunday, do everything that I'm going to do. So, and if y'all enjoy a good word, you know, like all week long, you know, we got that carnal frame of mind. We only here talking about, you know, the worldly things. I don't see where it hurt. 1 day out of your life, 1 hour of that 1 day to go on over yonder and give our maker a little bit of attention just for a minute. You know what I'm saying? So, so those of y'all, because I had people hit me up, that's why I be putting my thing up. They be on here, but it's been a bad connection there lately. You know, those enjoy, y'all go over there and watch Almy Brown as well. If you want to just hear something positive and pleasant for 1 day, just 1 day out the week for an hour, whatever, however long you want to listen to, you can listen for 5 minutes, whatever. Just going on over there. So I decided I need to say that I really do be enjoying your service. And then if I don't go to church that morning and don't make it to prayer service, the early service that morning, I mean, I'll be to watch your service. Because when I first wake up, I always give thanks before I get up. So anyway, y'all. Gene, I just brought some pinto beans and neck bones. Oh, that sounds good. However, I like to season my pinto beans with ham hock, but now I'm not going to get the food right now. Yes, yeah, pretty girl. That's how it is, huh? On the Southern Mountain. Dang. I'm cooking for Thanksgiving. Everybody cooking, huh? Duck makes the drippings from duck makes a hell of a good dressing too. It's the seasoning, you know, just like the bacon dripper, which is bacon grease. I still got my container for that because I like to season my greens with it sometime. Or if I got to put a little oil off the greens top, I like the bacon dripper, and and we always did that to season out some other potatoes. Yeah, so you can keep. But what's that one race that cook duck all the time? They keep their duck drippings to cook with potatoes and everything. Good morning, Clyde. Broke again because Mona reverse payment back to the stroll. Woo, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right. That's a long name. But anyway, y'all, that's where I'm at right now, this morning. Now, I didn't get a chance still to look up. Somebody was telling me yesterday in my chat, I hope you hear, about these four ladies. Who was it was telling me about these four ladies that went missing? Going to Chinatown to get my duck. Now, ducks are expensive too as well. The Orientals got it over there. They got everything over there. But I'm going to buy my duck already cooked I want to do this year. I remember I bought it from that place I be going to eat. Now, it's a little expensive, but it's cooked and everything. But a duck is expensive in the store too. It's already cooked, and it comes with what they call pancakes, but it's not real pancakes. They look like flour tortillas, but they small, round. Or you can have the buns. The buns look, they white, and they look like bear claw buns. You have a choice of that from that place. The duck is $42. If y'all want to, you know, to beg like Jay Wilson, put something on my duck, go ahead. But that's what I want. I want to go get me a duck between today and tomorrow. I want a duck. Now, I never had a fried duck. Well, duck confit is less greasy. And yes, it can be greasy done the wrong way. Yeah, but it does. A lot of grease do come out of it, though. And I'm trying to think, when I think of that, the people I be watching that keep their duck grease in the same manner we keep our bacon drippers, I'm going to have to come on here and tell y'all. They actually use that. I don't know if it's the people that wear them crazy hats and they look like Mormon kind of people. I don't know what you call that race. I ain't never made no rotel. Like I said, my first time hearing that, but that was 3 years ago. That was VVS said that every household gonna have some rotel dip. I didn't know that. We don't have no. Let me see. Do we have dip? If we do, it would be that pico de gallo or something like that. I'm trying to think. Do we have dip? Now, I mean, it can be a part of the hors d'oeuvres, but I don't think we be having a rotel. I don't know. That looks like bean dip, doesn't it? Well, no, that's with the tomatoes and stuff. We have the bean dip. Yeah. But like I said, every state is different. You know, it's different from the West Coast and the East Coast. I enjoy it, Amber Brown. I really do. Because it be getting me in the spirit before I even make it to my church home. You know what I'm saying? I already be in the spirit. I be watching it, you know, and then you play the whole thing. That's what's good about it. See, I be trying to play it, then I get kicked out. It's just a bad connection in there. Yeah, I like quarter shin. I'd rather that before we go turkey. I don't care about turkey. It lasts too long. Even when we all got a gathering, and it's gonna always be at least 2 turkeys for real. It'd be too much turkey, and then we end up breaking it down, freezing it, talking about we're gonna make some turkey enchilada, we're gonna make some turkey taco, we're gonna make some turkey gravy. Then I end up having turkey, but I end up throwing it away months later. You know, so if I cook turkey, I just want to just buy some drumstick or some turkey thighs. It used to be drumstick only, but I really like the turkey thighs. It's like brown meat, but not dark brown meat. It's more tender. I don't care about no turkey. I'm gonna get my duck. So y'all hit that chip and fun. I'm gonna go get this duck. For those that can afford it. I'm not sitting over there like Jay Wilson asking for oh yeah, the whole dinner. Bacon dripping is good to put it. That's what I'm saying, girl. You put them on them collard greens. If collard greens, if greens are tough, if collard greens will be the one. However, within the last 4 years or so, we've been eating kale. When I didn't grow up eating kale, it was collard greens, mustards, and turnips. The turnip bottles on top of greens. Nowadays, I will cook some kale. You know, mix some kale with some greens or something. They tough too. But I don't cook them as often because I still like what I grew up on. For real, for real. And that's what I was trying to explain the other day, that people put a little grease in their greens to help tenderize them. If they tough, as the dude didn't get on them, you know, that's the way it is. I just say a little sugar to knock the bitterness off, not enough where you're going to taste it, the sugar in there to be sweet. Because I even sprinkle that in my pinto beans, just a tablespoon of sugar for the acid content to help with the gas situation. You know how beans give people gas. Then, especially if there's some old beans, I'm gonna put a little oil in the beans too, because that the old ones will take ever to cook down for them to be like kind of creamy, the juice to be creamy. Yeah, so it ain't in there to make it sweet. But anyway, y'all, I guess I'm always falling back on talking about some food, huh? Yeah, Rotel is some kind of dip, girl, and it come in a can in the store, and it's like it looked like it could be pico de gallo or some kind of salsa or something. You know, it's tomatoes and stuff. But what they mix it with beans? I think they mix it with beans. I'm not for sure. What did Manny say? People gonna have to start working for my cash app. Giving a good show, huh? Because I swear, y'all, Manny, I remember this time about 2 Thanksgivings ago, I sat in the car with y'all about 4 hours after driving to South Carolina, and we talked about your sweet potato pie. I love sweet potato pie. Now you can freeze those, make up some pies and freeze them. I got some sweet potato pie filling in my freezer. I'm gonna throw out and just put it in my shelves. Because I never made the sweet potato pie. I would make like a refrigerated lemon pie, apple pie, banana pudding, stuff like that. I know how to bake if need be, but I never made a sweet potato pie. My sister always made those, but her oldest daughter made me up some pies in the filling, and that's what I'll be using. I don't care for pumpkin pie. Never did like no pumpkin pie. Remember, I was telling y'all the difference in the dinners. We're going to have a turkey. We're going to have some dressing. We're going to have stuffing. We're going to have some real dressing and a turkey. We're going to have some kind of greens, collard greens, cabbage, some kind of green. And we're going to have some string beans too, which they call green peas, seasoned with some smoked neck bones or some ham or bacon. We're going to have some cornbread, even though we still do have the dressing anyway. We're going to have some homemade macaroni and cheese. We're going to have some potato salad and a macaroni salad. We're going to have some hors d'oeuvres to where Caucasian Thanksgiving dinner is very simple. Turkey, mashed potatoes with gravy, green beans, and pumpkin pie. That's the kind of stuff Sir King be able to eat, and that's why you don't understand chitlins. He's going to have turkey, mashed potatoes, gravy, green beans, and pumpkin pie. Just, you know, that's what he's going to have. We tend to go all the way out. We have a whole buffet. Yeah, we have ribs sometimes. And I don't like no beef ribs. It tastes like what it is, beef, steak, or whatever. It don't taste like ribs. Everybody know when you say ribs, you're going to get some pork ribs. It's going to be pork. So if you're getting beef ribs, you're going to say, get some beef ribs. I don't like them big old fat ribs. Don't taste like ribs. You know, and y'all, we got to admit that pork meat tastes way better than beef. And I wish venison, I had a friend who husband used to hunt. Oh, I showed her this. She said they couldn't afford. They were very tight budget. I said, girl, come get all my chicken chops out my freezer. Matter of fact, let me take you shopping. And y'all butcher that whole deer and bring it over here to me. Make me some ground beef out of it, which is ground venison, the whole 9 yards. I show missing. She moved to the Bay Area. That's more healthier too. I wish we were doing greens. We do greens every year, but I eat green. I just got to eat my leftover a collard green mixed with turnip greens yesterday and some hot water bread and some ribs. I made a nice dinner for Sunday. I did. Well, I still do that though, because like I said, I still got my husband. I still cook my husband. Yeah, we just started eating the kale. I'm telling you, it don't really taste the same like greens. Kale in my collard, never tried it. They're both tough. Until I came down there. And it's not, I'm a brown, it don't taste sweet. Some greens, some, especially turnip greens at the bottom, they have kind of a bitter taste, but not bitter. You would sprinkle a teaspoon or whatever, just that you won't even taste the sugar. And then the beans, like I said, that's for acid, you know, for the gas, not the gas salt. Oh yeah, you can use chicken broth to put your greens in. I call it broth. You call it stock. It's the same thing. Chicken broth, yeah. But then, however, I don't need to do that because my meat that I cook down first. My smoked neck bone's gonna make that kind of broth, you know, to put the greens in. But yeah, but if you're not putting meat in your greens, yeah, cook it in some broth. I mean, I even got some salt pork in my freezer that y'all call down south pickle pork, fat, or whatever. God knows I miss it. Barbecue with snow on the ground. But anyway, let me get back to what I was asking somebody. One of my sisters could make some hell of a homemade pound cakes, though. The only one living one that's left, she made all the pound homemade cakes because my second sister, older sister, she did all what she was the one running my daddy restaurant though when she passed. So of course she make all the homemade chocolate cakes, coconut cakes, just everything. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't really stick around to watch all the baking. I wasn't interested in baking, but I can cook it. I'm saying it because I can cook it. I know I can cook. You know, no brag, just fact. But I'm not never been a baker, but I know how to cook those pies. I said I just never was interested on sitting around watching you make a homemade, not no box, out the box kind of cake. We're doing greens, pot roast, rice rolls, potato salad, and green beans. We're sick of turkey dressing. We would not have maybe okay. Y'all, I can't have Thanksgiving without a dressing though. Thanksgiving just won't seem like Thanksgiving to me without a dressing. Man, I don't gotta have no turkey. You can get a big old chicken and roast it. You can get some quarter ends. Okay. Any kind of fowl. Yeah, I'm tired. I just said I don't want no turkey either. But that sounds simple. Greens, pot roast, rice. Yeah, that sounds good. And you can have green beans instead of greens. That's good. But I'm telling you, I got to have a dressing. If I don't have nothing but a dressing, a piece of chicken, that's gonna seem like Thanksgiving to me with that sweet potato pie. Yo, I have to. I'm making my sister two sweet potato pecan. Sweet potato and pecan pies, because you got it two sweet potato pecan pies. You don't mix it. Oh, you are a sweet potato pie on the bottom and pecan. Oh, really? I never heard of that. Oh, that's gonna be a lot of calories, but it sounds good. I love homemade pecan pie. I'm telling you, my sister did all that baking. Manny, you sound like you could cook. You need to mail me one of them pecan pies. Canned rotel or cheese. Okay. So rotel is the tomato stuff in the can, cheese, ground turkey or beef is rotel. Okay. So no beans. So it's ground meat, cheese, and that stuff in the can. I tell y'all, I see it in the store. I don't add beans, but some people do. Kids or grands. I never liked it. And to this day, if I make it, my kids or grands eat it. Oh, okay. Because I don't know. I never. So let me see what that sounds like. Nothing really. Okay. So that's what it is, y'all. We don't, one of my nieces' children, they have to have mashed potato and that peel of sack potatoes on Thanksgiving as well. We didn't grow up having the mashed potatoes with our starch would be rolls and the macaroni cheese and the potato salad and the macaroni salad. Now, to add another starch, I mean, the mashed potatoes, no, we didn't do that. But one of my nieces' children loved, so she would do some potatoes. That's a lot of starch, you know what I'm saying? Even though you don't have to eat all of them. But I love me some macaroni salad. You make it in the same manner that you would potato salad, or you can make put tuna to it. It can be like a tuna macaroni salad, or some people put shrimp and crab. That's good. Either way you make a macaroni salad, I like it. And it is not the elbow macaroni or shell macaroni. It's those little tiny round ones, little short round ones for macaroni salad. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't eat no pumpkin pie. I don't eat no pumpkin pie. That's what I said. That's more of a Caucasian meal to me. They do pumpkin pies. We do melon the people. We mostly do we do sweet potato pies. However, my sister would make one. She cut up a whole pumpkin by scratch, chopped it up, and helped had us help peel it, boil it down, mash it up like you would do some sweet potatoes. I didn't really like it. No, I guess because we like what we grew up with. I don't care for no pumpkin pie. So that would be turkey, mashed potato gravy, green beans, rolls, and pumpkin pie. No, no. We just cook some of everything. I mean, we just overdo it, don't we? We just cook everything. But anyway, let me get back to the YouTube stuff because y'all making me hungry. See, when I get off of here, I'm gonna go ahead and throw me some breakfast up. Eat collard greens and other stuff is nasty. Well, we our greens was mostly collards, true, and we steamed the okra on top, or turn the bottoms. Sometimes, but if we mix them, was really mostly mixed with mustard greens. See, turnip greens cook down to nothing. So if we cook turnip green, we make sure we would mix those with collards or either mustard. And if we don't use turnip green, we cut the turnip bottoms on the top, something like that. But no, I wouldn't commit to it though. I love mustard, kale, and collards. Yeah. Okay, y'all. So I'm turning this into curd of a Coca-Cola salad. No, I haven't. What is it? Seems like it would be watery. You really put some Coca-Cola in it in the salad? Yeah. Would it be sweet? Because I don't like sweet food. Hey, it's me, Felicia. They love your dress. I heard that. Well, yeah, the broth from the dressing, just like the broth from anything. When you bake your chicken or turkey, that and then it cool up that gel is broth. You put that gel in the pot with a little water, to dilute it. Yeah, that's broth. Yeah, that's how you make your homemade broth. Some people buy their broth in a can and get that them croutons, what you call that, in the box. I'm telling y'all. Good morning, Beef in 313. Oh my God, I have been enjoying your videos over there. And I like the way you just come right out and be raw. And it's not, and you don't favoritize nobody. You don't have, in other words, a special person that you're not going to talk about it. Well, you're going to drag, if you got to drag somebody or you got to make somebody your subject, that's what you're going to do. Okay. And that's just all to it. Now, I'm trying to think, what was that last one? Was that the Jay Wilson one? No, that was the Brian one. The last one I watched was the Brian one, I think, the other day. Yeah, but y'all, I know y'all be over there, but more y'all need to go over there to the Beef in 313 too, because he'd be hilarious. I was listening to Stop Line TV a little bit this morning too. And yeah, and she had something up about what was going on over there with them. Let me see which one. Yeah. Yeah, because I wrote replay action. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, when I was rushing this morning, Sean Brad was on my computer. I took the phone in the bathroom with me. You know what? So I can get all cleaned up and throw on one of my moo-moos and stuff. Yeah, I was watching that this morning, you guys. So Jay Wilson, No Discernment versus Unsigned April and me. And I didn't watch Jay Wilson, but Stop Line TV. You see, you in here. Yeah, where you at? Where you at? No, you're not in here. I was gonna let y'all hear a little bit. See, Alvin Brown, a lot of people think like that. That's why I said I have a piece of meat in every bite. And I have my fresh seasoning, especially celery. That's the trick to it. With my celery, bell pepper, and the onion. You got to put your sage and poultry seasoning and all that stuff in there to make it taste so it won't taste like cornbread. Because some people really don't know how to make a dressing. They just pour the broth on there, put some giblets in there, and they don't have it filled packed up with that celery and stuff, the sage and stuff. So it can be wet cornbread. You're right. Some people just don't know how to make dressing. I'll just cook down a whole chicken in the bone. Like I said, I got to have meat all through mine. And sometimes I might boil me some turkey necks on the side and then put them on top of my dressing and put in the oven and bake it when the dressing was all put together. Yeah, I got to have meat. I can just eat dressing by itself. Well, I could cook it up a storm, no brown sugar and her green. And they not out the can either, huh? I remember I had got some canned green to try it, and I cooked my smoked neck bone down so I can pour that in there when they get done. I call myself fixing them up. I still can taste this out the can because they tasted sweet and they had some kind of little funny aftertaste or something. No, I can't do that canned greens. However, I have also bought, when the store didn't have greens, everybody was buying them fresh, the ones that's chopped up already in the bag, but I still gonna watch those. Some people buy them and just, pour them in the pot, and they chop them up and they have stems and everything chopped up, which is fine. They have it chopped up like that. But other than that, I'd rather pick and clean my own greens. Those sugar in the greens. I had never ever heard nobody put brown sugar in the greens until I heard Jay Wilson said he had some greens in the can and he put some in there. I don't care for no gibbeties either. Like I said, I'd rather have I'll put them in there, the ones that come out the chickens and stuff, but just to buy a pack of giblets on purpose to cook down for the dressing. No, I won't meat all through mine. A lot of people just say giblets. They think you just put giblets in there. No. Yeah, and turkey necks are good. I'm cutting up peppers. Yeah, everybody talking about their Thanksgiving meal. I don't care for that either. I tried it down south. My husband's cousins. Like I said, just give me some real dressing. Yeah, so Yiggles been tough, but I thank God for amazing in-laws. Oh, that's nice, Queenie, that you still with your people like that. That means y'all had a bond that can't be broken. Speaking of that, let me get back to the what I was trying to tell y'all earlier about all this new stuff coming out about this girl. This is going to be talked about forever. Because Nick at Night is on saying new details. Shaquilla's friend was telling the truth with question marks. Tell the truth about what? Y'all, this is going to go on for y'all know who else did a video through the night, or late last night or something like that. I'll be waking up, turning on the thing. Angela Stanton. She didn't like the way T.S. Madison came at her when she was on Dr. Phil's show. And she said T.S. and a lot of her followers came at her saying that she don't support her son, because she did say she wasn't going to accept him as being a little girl or a woman. She birthed the son, it's going to always be a son or whatever. She said, so she think it's hypocritical because how she came on saying, like everybody keeps saying, this is what got people mad. It was one of y'all's, not one of ours. She feels to feel that was hypocritical. How dare you say one of ours? So now it's convenient for you to say that. When at first you was talking about how I support my son, but your dividedness is y'all's and ours. Angela Stanton, y'all go watch her. Angela Stanton. She, like I said, the one that wrote the book, Lies of a Housewife, that did time with Apollo Phaedra Parks, a husband in a white collar crime, that got pardoned by Trump, and she's a Republican now and all that. I was watching her on Facebook before she became all that. Your daughter like gives a number, putting gives it in there too. But like I said, I like a lot of meat in mine. Yeah. Anyway, y'all, yeah, that's another thing I need to mention too. So she's really offended about that. And I was surprised that so many people is talking about that. I thought it would just stop where it was the other day. No, I would have never known. Her and other people are still talking about that. They really got pissed off about that statement, y'all. Really got pissed off. I made pumpkin pie once for my brother-in-law. He's the only one I that was a person sweet potato. Yeah, us melanin people, we grew up on sweet potato pie. I love loaded. Oh, I love me some baked potatoes too, especially when I used to have steaks. I eat my seafood now. I like my sour cream chives on there. But when you say loaded, I don't care for the chili bean, all that other stuff. Just give me some sour cream chives. I might put sprinkle of cheese, yeah. But yeah, it's just really amazing that all the people that's still talking about that. Jean, it makes good dressing, but that and the chicken do, babe. I agree with you though. It does. Congealed salad with the jello, pineapples, pecan, cherries, cream, cheese, and Coke. Oh, really? But I'm not gotta be honest, baby. That don't sound good to me though. It's salad, congealed salad. What? With potatoes, and you got jello in it. Pecans, cherries, creamer. I don't know. It doesn't sound like an appetizing combination to me. Maybe if I were to see or taste it, it might be. But I'm looking at how it sounds. Congealed salad with jello. It ain't a Greek salad and all that stuff. And then you said it's potatoes. Or this is all the your stuff is what you're saying. Because that's the case, it sound like a fruit salad. Jello, pineapple, pecans, cherries. Sound like a fruit salad. If that's the case, more fruit, so I don't know. Girl, I gotta go to the store and get me some stuff. I already got my chickens and stuff though. I might just get me some quarter chicken. Good morning, spam. But I want that duck. I'm telling y'all, I want that duck. I don't got to order, just go out there and get a duck, to go, the whole duck. Well, last year, it was 42. Well, a couple of years ago, I got it for me and my sister. We split. It's a lot. The ducks be big. It might be more this year. I want a duck. I don't want to cook it myself, though. I want it the way they do it. Good morning, Sadie Adams. You know what, Manny? I went to a funeral service. It's been about 5 years ago. And you know how they have we have to have the dinner afterwards? There was a dish that they had that they was calling corn pudding. And when I tasted it, was the foundation of it was cornbread. I liked it, and it had corn in it. So it sounds like that's what you're describing it. And they called it corn pudding. So it's totally different than just regular cornbread. It ain't like I want to use it for to eat my greens or something. It's not like regular cornbread. It was called corn pudding. That's what it sounds like. And because I was saying, oh, I like this stuff. And the lady heard me say that they cooked it. She walked over to, she said, it's not stuff, it's called corn pudding. I said, oh, okay, I'm just saying I like it. That's what you're describing. I said I was gonna make some, but I never did. Y'all, we talking about just so much food. Oh, no, salad. Lady Nikki, let me go back up. So you made this what she's talking about? Is that mostly a fruit salad? Because congealed is jello. So you got the pecans and all that stuff in the jello. So instead of using the hot water and cup of hot water, cup of cold water to make the jello, you use Coca-Cola instead. Oh, that jello salad that your granny used to make. And it was in a mold. It was in like a pound cake kind of mold, like a round mold. Okay. I'm getting the understanding. Yeah. Oh, it looked like a ring, big ring. And they put it in the pound cake pan. And then they dump it out and it'd be pretty round, like a round pound cake. Exit. Police report excerpt in Shaquilla Robinson's death. Doctor tried to revive her. No, I didn't see that. I'm just talking about though it got legs though. People still talk about certain aspects of it. Oh, I've only been on here. I was seem like I've been here forever. Okay, I got a little bit more time. No, where is that at? Because from what I hear, she was already dead by the time there was a nurse that came there or something, not a doctor. And she was already gone when the nurse got there. So now it's my first time hearing about a doctor because if she got to when the people picked up the coroner ambulance, whatever they did over there in Mexico, she was already gone. That's why nobody believed nothing. That guy came over here talking about, what's his name? Nazar? What is the guy name talking about? He got there day late. And she was in the bed with bruises. He wiped her head or whatever and turned on some soft music. And we know he was lying because the girl was already dead. To try to clear in his body language, he couldn't keep still while he was describing it. All of them got something to do with that guilt by association, whatever you want to call it. And the girl that put the videos out there because she did that to clear herself. Because I listened to how they found out she's beaten. The father said he was talking to the coroner over there. He said first he got somebody that didn't speak English. He hung up. He called back and got somebody that spoke English. And the lady was really nice and helpful and helping him out. And she told him she gonna stick with him until she can get his body back and get him the death certificate. He said, so the reason why everybody knows she got beat was because of him, that the lady was over there to speak English, really helped him out and sent him the death certificate. And that's when him and everybody found out that she had been beaten, had a broken neck, and a mess, and a broken her spine or something. I forgot how to describe it, but her spine was all broke up too, or dismembered or whatever. And he also said, and the mom said, that when they came back from over there, it was two of the girls and her best friend, quote, best friend, came over there with her clothes, all her belongings, and said the guy, best friend, came over there 4 days straight, you know, because they feel like he's trying to get information, see what you know, and he still kept insisting that she died. She was throwing up, she was sick for alcohol poisoning. And what happened was, why he was there, the father called and said he got the death certificate and told her what the death certificate said. And the boy got to say, I got to go. He's sick. His auntie and mom and them outside waiting on him or whatever. She said she didn't see him no more after that. Once they got what happened. Because they didn't ever think she was going to find out what happened over there in Mexico. And not only that, after they did what they did to that girl, they left. That's why Mexico didn't get a chance to arrest them. When the girl was deceased, Mexico never got a chance to talk to them and find out how did she die, why did she die. They left. They left Mexico. So I feel like they knew what they were doing. Yeah, I'm gonna say I think it was a setup. That's what it sounded like to me. So no, I didn't see that one. Where's that at, Miss Cruiser? You got a link you can send me real quick? Come up and tell me about it or something. Man, yeah, I just said, yeah, you got, you know, it's greasy. The grease cooks out of it, but you can't cook it too long. Think you can get all the grease out of it. The grease got all the flavor in it anyway. The longer you cook it, the tougher it gets tough. Bless, read the most updated in some of that first info received may have been inaccurate. So anyway, the boy, she ain't seen the boy since. And don't y'all think it's gonna be hard for them to extradite them back to Mexico? I think they're gonna get them there, but it's gonna take a lot of red tape, isn't it? It's in the newspaper in North Carolina. Let me see if I can look that up. Really? I'll say. Wow. Well, that's how they found out. When the boy got up out that house, all of a sudden he had to find a reason why he had to leave. They would have beat the hell out of him about it. They probably would have killed him. He damn near ran about that house. Please, that's a petition. I'll look for that too. Because people be cooking around this time of year and everything be running out. That's why. And now, and the thing, and it happened in October. We just starting to get all the exposure by it because the dad got the death certificate. The girl that from what I hear, leaked them videos to clear herself because she said she got the least to do with the beating. So she already snitching. They're all finna talk and see who planned it and wasn't planned over here. Let's see. Let me go to this link right here. Let's see. Right here. I see. Let's see. Let me see. Jumping on there. Oh, okay. I'm gonna read this real fast, y'all. I got a little bit more time. He got so sensitive. I just did. That's why I said I'm gonna read this. I hope they all get arrested because even if a couple of them didn't have nothing to actually do with hitting her, they all planned it because they said they have to have proof that they planned this on U.S. grounds before they went over there. I don't know how they're going to prove that. Well, I do know how. One of them going to snitch because they don't want to get locked up for murder. It sounds kind of accurate. That's how she died. So that's how we start talking about it. The daddy got the death certificate. Can't ask for permission. I wonder they saying I can't reach this site. Site ask for permission. Let me try this again. Okay, there we go. Okay. The Charlotte Observer. Because the people from North Carolina. I was telling it to my friend yesterday, the one that always go out with us, and his ex-wife that he's still close with live in North Carolina. He said he gonna ask her, since she lived down there, do she know these people and do she got some extra tea that we're not hearing? Because see, the news can't really be raw. When I say raw, like the way uh um that Timothy Norman situation, like the way Andre's sister was really raw. She was saying the stuff that the news can ask or say it in that kind of way. They got to sound professional. I want to hear something raw. You know what I'm saying? Good morning, Corrine. I had cherries which are not sour. And your I call it fruit salad. I'll just leave it as fruit salad. But you can't put it, make a ring like somebody just said how the grandmas used to make it back then. Yeah, I remember that. Police report excerpt in Shaquilla Robinson's death. Doctor tried to revive her. Let's go to solve murder. Okay, I'm gonna look at that. Information from a police report says Shaquilla Robinson was alive when medical help first arrived at the vacation home where she was staying with a group of people last month in Cabo, Mexico. The report differs from details previously reported from 25-year-old Robinson's death certificate that said she died within 15 minutes of being injured. Instead, a police reported excerpt shows a doctor from a local hospital was with Robinson and others in the house for close to 3 hours before she was pronounced dead. Well, what happened to the nurse story? The nurse came and they couldn't take the hospital. They told him, the father said, when they was asked why y'all didn't get her to the hospital, asking the friend, the friend said they would have to wire them $5,000 in order for her to go to the hospital. That's why. But some nurse post that came there and pronounced her dead. They said nothing about no doctor because by the time she got to the hospital, wherever they took her to, she was already dead. According to her friends. Why do you think they fled that house and left right away? Shoot, they know the Mexican authorities were going to come for them once they got in that house and seen that dead body. The Charlotte Observer obtained excerpts from a police report earlier this week that had not yet been publicly released. The information was provided to Observer by Gerardo Zuniga, an investigative reporter who works in Los Cabos for Metropolitan. And details were first reported by Metropolitan on Monday. And I'm not pronouncing that right, but whatever. Robinson is in Charlotte, native is in Charlotte. He traveled to Cabo. Okay, we know that. Metro does not mention obvious signs of Robinson. Noted the police information reported by and provided from Metro does not mention obvious signs of Robinson's physical injuries, which family members have said existed on her body prior to her burial. Because the mother was describing what the father was describing when he went and looked at his baby. He sat there in that funeral home for hours just crying. She had bruises all over her face. Lip was all busted and everything. Graves' injuries to her back and neck were determined to be cause of death. After autopsy by officials in Mexico, the police said she suffered cardiac arrest. She probably did suffer that too as well. Get beat like that. Her heart can take that. The lack of conclusive evidence and conflicting explanations led to her story going viral, invoking global outcry with countless people closely following Robinson's death. I even saw Martin Rowland talking about it. Roland Martin is one of the two, vice versa. Anyway, it was even on this show. All the major news outlets is picking this up now. They wasn't doing it at first until they found out how she died. Anyway, the Charlotte Observer has been unable to reach those who were with her on the trip. No arrest was reported as of late Monday. It's going to be a while. They have to investigate it. It's going to be kind of hard. I'm assuming they got the FBI with it, Mexico on it too. And if Mexico was to extradite them back, I wonder how long that would take. Well, so we got all kind of stories out there then. Okay. Somebody just said North Carolina got the best news. Let me see. I'm assuming they do, because that's, like I said, that's where they from. Y'all calling at the wrong time. You know, that's what two significant news report research shows a doctor from a local hospital was with Robinson and others in the house for close to 3 hours before she was. So they said that person was a nurse. Now they said it was a doctor. Okay. Okay. So we don't know until they get to investigating. They say everybody heard they was talking about it was a nurse. It could have been a male nurse, but it's pictures, you know, and they think it says it was a male, that's a doctor. I don't know what it is. I just know we're going by what they're saying, and everybody lying, and we don't know the whole story yet. And make exactly. And I hope they can get it done. Expedite this situation and get their bus back over to Mexico so they can be in one of them dungeon jails over there for real. Yeah, the mother said when she checked all her daughter's stuff, they took $10,000 off of her card. And I really do think they was trying to extort $5,000 because the mother said they needed $5,000 to take it to the hospital. They asked the best friend, why do you take my daughter to the hospital? Well, we need you to wire $5,000 before we can take her to the hospital. She told us she got insurance. Any form where insurance don't work in Mexico, which it don't. But they weren't going to stick around long enough to take that girl to the hospital for the Mexican officials start asking them questions. They know they was going to get arrested. Yeah, I do believe. And then she was naked. Y'all saw her walking through the house saying, where y'all at? It don't take that long to get naked. Well, they all was supposed to get naked. I guess they were going to go skinny dipping, swimming, whatever. And she found them in the house all hurried up in one room. No doubt they probably was planning what they was going to do then. I'm just assuming that's what they was doing. And then the other one made up an excuse real fast, pointing at the suitcase, but she don't like that Pacific bikini over there. They came with something real quick. Where y'all at? Where y'all hoes at? You know, she thinking they finna get naked and go do whatever, go out there, do whatever they're gonna do. They rented this villa. Like if you looked at the patio doors, looked like there's a beach back there, whatever. Seen some lawn chairs. They had no intention on stripping. They got that woman stripped so they can beat her butt naked. That's what they did. They got out of Mexico, Ray Black. They hightailed their ass up out of there. So well, yeah, okay. So now they're saying she lied. Yeah, but the friends were saying she died. So we don't know. We'll find out pretty soon. You know, as they investigated more and more, because they did say, I mean, I believe she died there at the house too. But even when somebody died over here, and they like when my sister passed, you know, we was trying to put that COPD, and we was trying to put that thing on her nose, you know, and put the stuff in there. What do you call that? The breathing thing. I forgot what you call it. And we knew she did when she fell down on the floor, because her eyes got set in, and her skin immediately started turning a grayish color. But they took her to the hospital and pronounced her dead at the hospital. You see what I'm saying? Maybe it was a case like that. But she was dead in the house. You know, she fell down in the house. It was me and my little niece at the time. Diamond was young. And her son at the time, they was 12. All in the room. I keep forgetting. I asked him, sometimes do he still think about that, or did he block that out? Because he was right there and his mother fell on the floor. I don't think he knew, though, that she passed, but we did. Her eyes are just straight up staring. So, but they didn't say she died at the house. They said she died, they pronounced dead at the hospital, whatever time they got in that hospital. So maybe it was a case like that. Because how she going to live with a broken neck and broke her back, beat all up in the side of the head and stuff, heart giving out from all that beating and stuff, and she lived through all that long enough to get to the hospital. So we don't know until it's all said and done. Like somebody just said, all the ducks in a row. They charged her card to get their ticket back. Yeah, because they said she paid for the villa, allegedly. What they say? Y'all hit that CHIT and fun. And listen, take all her clothes. Because they planned on, well, what I gathered from it, when she walked through the house looking for them, she was saying, where y'all at? It don't take that long for y'all to get naked. So to me, they planned on, all I'm planning on getting naked. Did you see the video when she walking through the whole house? Then she found them all huddled up in one room together. Well, they probably was talking. And then somebody said that something went down between her and Winter's sister or something. She supposed to told something on her or fight with her or whatever. Over there at Gossip Girl. I gotta go watch that again. Something about, and even if that's the case, that why would all of them jump in? No, we don't know what. And at this point, it doesn't matter why it matters. What matters is they did that and she's gone. But us being of a curious nature, we do want to know why. What could somebody have possibly done that bad to plan a trip to Mexico? And the reason why I'm saying I think it was planned, because when she died less than 24 hours when they got there, they immediately got huddled up together in one room and talked about what they're going to do. Why else was they all in one room? They're supposed to be in their rooms getting naked and all meet up outside or whatever. She walking through, where y'all at? Where y'all at? Don't take that long to get naked. All of them was supposed to do that. So that's why she was naked. And they the only ones didn't do it. They said, let her get naked and beat her. I'm just assuming that. No, it's not. Well, she couldn't survive that one. Plus her spine was all broke up too. She, my brother survived. And I've heard of people survive with a broken neck, with a brace and everything. But it's also the beating though. Y'all got to remember, y'all see how they was beating all upside of the head, all in the face and stuff, kicking her all in the back. Her back was broken, messed up too. Come on now, they didn't want that. No, of course they weren't gonna put no beating on her and let her talk. I think they did that on purpose. They did what they wanted to do. Wow. Best friend saying some crazy stuff while she was sleeping. Okay, now I thought that was a boyfriend. I seen a little bit of something like that last night. Said something about the boyfriend was standing on her saying something dumb, sounded demonic or something. And I'm saying, then I wondered if this was some kind of ritual, some kind of sacrifice or something. But I did hear something like that. It's Miss Felicia. Wasn't her best friend, they said it was her boyfriend. Now unless they call him her boyfriend, her best friend, they said her boyfriend was standing on a chanting something that sounded demonic. She said, where y'all at? Where y'all hoes at? It don't take that long. And she said in joking way, like you see people here playing with each other, calling each other the B word. She said, where y'all hoes at? It don't take that long to get naked. Where y'all at? She walked to the house looking for them. Because they're all supposed to go get naked. Hey, Ashton. So, yeah, so that was her friend. But that's what they were saying. Yeah, I saw that. Said something about a boyfriend was over there saying something. Shaking my head. We see more interesting rumors. We don't know what's rumor and what's not rumors. All these different outlets saying different stuff. So it's not that we're interested in rumors. We don't know if it's rumors or not. We're interested in the story and trying to find out what's truth and what's not truth. We don't know. So you're telling us about that. I just read the article you just sent me. I don't know if that's true or not. It's so many different news outlets reporting different stuff. So that's what we're interested in. We to wait for everything to come out and the truthful stuff. We really don't know. We try to put pieces together what we're hearing. We're not hearing them, but when they get to snitching and stuff on each other, and they're going to do that, then we the real stuff. Then we get the real story. Right now, we're hearing a lot of stuff. So I don't believe what I believe some of the stuff I just read. I believe some of the stuff I've been reading for the last 3 or 4 days. And I got to pick through it to see what I believe is truth out of all of that. So we really don't know who got the real story and who don't. You know, now they said doctor first, it was a nurse. I don't know what it was. No, he wasn't there. That's what I'm saying. So I don't know what the people was talking about last night when I saw that. Everything's a rumor to the cops. Exactly. So we don't know. So it's not that we believe in something. We just going by what we keep mentioning, all the new stuff that's coming out. We just really don't know. You know what I'm saying? For real, we don't know. Yeah. Let me see. Sorry, I'm going to see something else. What time is it? Okay. Okay. We truly don't know. Yeah, and they releasing something every day. She's like, because Miss Cruiser just sent me a link to this new stuff that's out. So we just constantly getting stuff. Because I see another story from Charleston, Missouri. Shaquilla Robinson police report. Doctor tried IV CPR. How they try IV and CPR in the hospital while she was dead? Because they didn't put no CPR and IV while she was in the room. Don't seem like it, Miss Cruiser, because they got different stories, girl. They trying to. I mean, look at all these different stories around. Don't look like nobody vetted nobody. So we don't know. The only people that know the truth are that were there. And exactly. And they're going to start singing like a bird, especially the one that dropped that video because she said she did the least. So she want people to see who's doing the actual beating, call herself, clearing herself. And then they completely removed the one of the winter girl because they said she administered the final blow. She was the one grabbed her by the neck and body slammed her. And that's when she went out and didn't move no more. Once that girl picked up by the neck and body slammed the 125 woman, because her father said she wasn't no more than 120 pounds, that finally did her in right there. And that one, we're not seeing that one. That got removed. The observer released it, and Nazar basically confirmed. And Nazar, ain't that the nervous one talking about he got there late? No, Nazar. You didn't get there late. You was a part of it. Nazar said he got there late. Yeah, right. Right. Did Nazar say something else? Nazar trying to clear himself, y'all. Nazar trying to clear himself. Is he done made another video? Who's this right here? This guy look just like you, Troy, but I know it's not you. It's a new one up an hour ago. WBTV attempts to speak with friends of Shaquilla. 4 hours ago, news detailing Shaquilla Robinson's death released. Everybody just releasing everything. We don't know if it's true or not. WBTV 3. Updated 19 hours ago. I want to hear that. I gotta wait this commercial. Go off. Say anyway. No, she wasn't taken to the hospital. They needed $5,000. They tried to tell me. They told the mother she need to wire them $5,000 so she can go to the hospital. That's what I'm saying. So what, they started IV in the house? That's what I'm saying. So that's another story. The witnesses was all the 6 friends. They the only one really know the truth. The ones that took her down there to do whatever they wanted to do to her. Good morning, Sour Patch. Okay. I'll drop it. Because I think I get what you're saying. Oh, Lordy. Drop the link. I knocked myself out. And you said drop the link. I think I get what you're saying. I'm just saying there's all kind. We don't know. We don't know if that's true. Well, all I know is they said she's dead now. Now she gone to the hospital and got an IV while she dead. They didn't start an IV now. So like I said, we ain't gonna get the real stuff yet. So we don't know yet. We eventually will when they get through singing like a bird. Yep, we'll get it. I don't know. He was saying something about he got there at 11 a.m. or something. I'll have to go back and watch. I forgot what he was telling us the name of his flight and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And you could see he was nervous while he was talking. I did not say she went. I didn't say you said. Okay, yeah, explain what you're saying. Yeah, all right. Let me see what you say. Let me put this up here.
Some people.
Okay, all right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Okay.
hear you now.
So good afternoon and good morning, everyone. So what I was saying is that these papers, the New York Post, the Charlotte Observer is the actual Charlotte main paper that's in Charlotte. The one I read this morning, the Greensboro paper, the Sun paper, AP News, these are all reputable news outlets. Do they get things wrong? Yes, they do. But I'm going to believe them over somebody on YouTube with all of these rumors. There's so many rumors came out when this thing first started with people saying, I heard that somebody said, that somebody said, that somebody said. The new report coming out this morning, the newspapers who are reporting it, they're saying it came from new evidence police report that a doctor was with this girl for now she probably was hanging on, just a thin scrap of life, just very little life, but they're saying that a doctor was actually with her. Now, why is this news significant? Because it goes towards the investigation and helps towards the investigation. All this other stuff that people are coming in with, they're huge distractions. You know me, I'm really into facts rather than hearing rumors and stuff like that. So my only point is that, you know, looking at something that people said when it first came out and rumors is one thing, but looking at news reports where these people are going to the police, asking detective, asking and vetting these stories before they actually put it out is probably, and I'm not saying it's 100% true, but it's probably more factual than what we're hearing from people jumping on for clicks and views. Like you said, there was one person that said new information, and then they didn't give you no more, and they put that in the title. Well, we know that's clickbait. So that's all I'm saying. And yeah, more people here in North Carolina is going to get more information because we're here in North Carolina.
Well, I see a lot of, and I'm not talking about the YouTubers. I see a lot of different news stations giving their take on it. They reputable too, as well as this one I just read that you just sent me the link to. Rhoda Martin is definitely reputable. Channel 3, I'm looking at reputable. Fox 26, they are reputable news outlet, and they going by what they hear, what they know to be the truth. So that's what I'm
Right.
saying.
But what will happen, what you will see those same people doing, once they see the Charlotte Observer, once they see the New York Post, once they see the Sun Post, and these reports have just came out in the last 16 minutes, 1 hour, 45 minutes, Roland Roberts going to say, okay, let me check this before I say something, and he's going to give the most updated.
Yeah, all of them. That's what I'm trying to tell you. All of the reputable news outlets is putting stuff out there, not just what I read, but all of them are, whether it's in North Carolina or not, they're all jumping on the bandwagon and giving whatever. So I don't know which news station is more reputable. I don't know if North
Well, I,
Carolina.
I think they're all saying the same thing. At this point, they're all pretty much saying, if you look at it, it's just which one has been the most updated. But they're all, the New York Post is saying the exact same thing that the Charlotte Observer is saying, and saying the exact same thing as the Sun. This is new news that just came out.
Yeah, and they all gonna speak on this new news. That's what I'm saying. So we really don't know until the investigation is really clear. And don't nobody really know what happened but them 6 people that went over there with her. So all I can do is keep reading the different news outlets. And that's what I'm doing. reading it, and I'm quite sure a couple more of them gonna say something again today. Because just an hour ago, WBTV saying something now. I ain't read it yet. So I'm not talking about just the YouTubers, even though a lot of the YouTubers, they doing just as good too. What they're saying too. I think they said what's his name? A lead attorney actually went to Mexico to do his own investigation. He's the same one that was down at the Cardi B stuff. He actually travels places and look for stuff himself. So we just got to read between
and I'm not saying they're reporting wrong. I'm just saying that some of the stuff that comes out where people be adding, putting 20 on 10 and adding these little salacious things to it, like, they were doing a seance over the body and all of that. I think that, I don't really follow those type things. I try to stick to people who gives, if you're going to giving their reference of where, they got their information from, because again, news ain't always right. We know that as a Black community, but it's vetted. But at least it's vetted.
That's why I'm waiting for them, one of them sis to come on and give it to us raw. You know what I'm saying? Because the news only can do so much. So like I said, I don't think there's a news outlet that actually vetted anything accurate.
Now, wait a minute. Now, reputable news outlets are not going to put out information unless they checked it out first. They're not going to say police report says if they didn't check it out first. That would tear their newspaper down.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Roland Martin and all the other news people ain't gonna come on now unless they vetted something, not unless they sure what they're saying. I mean, come on, they can't just come on.
Roland Martin is a part of the news outlets, the reputable actual news got journalist license. He's not a YouTuber. Roland Martin is an actual journalist. Sometimes.
Yeah, he's just as reputable as any
right. Yeah, I'm not speaking about I'm not speaking about Roland Martin. That's not who I'm speaking of. I'm not speaking of a part of the press, the actual press.
I'll put them in the same category as all the new outlets. None of them really know. So all of these different new outlets is giving what they seem to think will happen. I don't think none of them really accurate yet, as of yet. So what I just read, they just, to me, like all the rest of them, just putting stuff out. That's what
I agree with Spam. She said, to be honest, folks should stop talking. They are capitalizing from her death. And that's basically all I'm saying. That's my only point that I was trying to make. That
all these news outlets want to try to get clout or whatever the way you just put it off her. They don't need that though, do they?
Well, I'm talking about a lot of content creators. I think, what I'm trying to do is a comparison against content creators who are not the actual press and the actual press. Is what I'm talking about. People who
the press, but like I'm trying to tell you, even the press is saying stuff and it ain't accurate yet. Don't nobody know. Even the press. So we just reading all these different presses. We don't know until these people really sick start talking. So in the meantime, we're gonna keep looking at all these different news outlets that's giving the news. I don't know what's true and what's not true. I'm only saying what I'm hearing, not just from the YouTubers, but also from the news outlets. And believe it or not, the YouTubers be having good news too. How they be reporting what they hear. The news outlets reporting what they hear too. All of them reporting what they hear. And none of them don't need to be talking about this investigation going on, but they're going to do it. They're giving the news.
So Shelex, I agree. I totally agree. That's normally where he gets his stuff from. And I'm sure he checks it for his reputation.
He does. And a lot of the news outlets get it from other news outlets. That's what I'm saying. We don't know what's going on.
News outlets usually run to, they'll try to get it from the medical examiner. They'll try to get it, be the first ones to get it from an actual report. They'll try to be the first ones to try to have a person in the FBI that they can get to leak information and informants and stuff like that. They try to get their news. They do try to get it first, but they try to get it directly from a direct source. They don't normally try to get it from another newspaper. They just try to get it first. And even like if the Charlotte Observer, and if anybody in here that works with the press, they can confirm what I'm saying. Like even if the Charlotte Observer say something before the New York Post put it out, they're just not going to copy another newspaper's information. They're going to go and ask their sources the information, but it's neither here or there, because we're just all speculating. It's neither here.
So all the news outlets are getting third party sources. So even when they go to the FBI or the coroner, whatever, to get there before they put it out. They all seem to be doing that, so they still get third party. FBI don't really know what's going on yet. They still investigating it. So in the meantime, we just gonna keep listening to all the different news outlets because all of them is trying to get it from the coroner and the FBI, and they don't know yet. So all
Yeah.
of them get third party information at
And
this
I
point.
do agree with Lex that people should, um as news come out, like I said, this piece of information that we got this morning, if it's true, is very significant and it's very important that there is a witness, a person that was in Mexico that was actually sitting with this girl, regardless of where it is. I'm assuming it was in the house. That's very important information because that's even given us a bigger push to say to the authorities, hey, now we got this new piece of information. Now that's even more cause to send those people back to Mexico. And that's my purpose. My purpose for watching it is not for just for something to watch, but my purpose for watching it is how much of a push can we as the people watching, or as a society or community, push to get the authorities to get justice for this family. That's my purpose, and that's why it's so important to me not to watch just YouTubers who's kind of doing this clickbait stuff, and watch what actually news reporters is getting from investigations and reports. That's my purpose. That's
Well,
my purpose.
I'm listening to all the YouTubers and the news outlets to try to figure out on my own what's the truth. Because like I said, we still don't know what the truth is. Everybody getting third party information, whether they're getting it from the FBI, the coroner, whatever. We still don't know because the investigation still going on. The only ones know what happened is the 6 people. So
Right.
that's
And
why I said,
that's the thing, I'm not getting it so I can solve the case, because I'm not going to solve the case. I'm getting it so that I can be a person that say, hey, we got this new information. What are you investigators doing? So it can be a push, a community push for them to do something because we have this new information.
and I agree with you, Ronnie.
Mhm.
Keep talking. They keep talking. The ones that scared gonna come out and start snitching on each other. And that's why that girl leaked that video to show she didn't do no fighting. She's already trying to clear herself, just like that Nazar person. And Chris Smith, I do need my chitness. Go ahead and
Oh
hit
yeah,
that
that's the other thing. I'm glad they brought that up. Did you see my mom recorded, she was in Sumter, South Carolina, and she recorded them 10 pounds of chitlins for $60, $59.99.
I think I would have had to do without my chitlin then. They cost that much. Chris Smith saying
$59.99.
high blood pressure. Chitlins don't get, first of all, I don't eat chitlins every day. It's my once a year meal. But even if I did eat some every month, no, that don't necessarily make high blood pressure. And I know how to put vinegar in mine too to cut through that fat, Chris. So I do need me some chitlins. I need them real bad. Hit that chitlin fun, Chris. Go on
They
and hit that chitlin
$60.
fun.
Y'all hit that chitlin fund. They cost $60. That's here
I
in
think
North Carolina. So if there's $60 in North Carolina, they $6,000 in California.
ain't no telling what it costs.
In California, they $6,000. But anyway, with that, I'm gonna go on back to the
Let
chat.
me see. Okay, thanks for coming out. It's me, Felicia, say the only YouTube I listen to is Gerald J because he actually talking. Yeah, I heard somebody was actually talking. Let me put his name in there so I can look for him later when I get off here so I can listen to him. Because like I said, everybody getting third party, whether it's from the FBI corner, whatever, because now a doctor did ID and stuff. Well, in the room because they couldn't take you to the hospital. I mean, that's what I'm saying. So I don't know what news outlet is accurate. I really don't know. But I'm listening to all of them and the YouTubers. Yeah, everybody getting their stuff. Gerald J. Is that the name? Gerald J. Because I'm getting ready to wrap this up in a minute. Gerald J. Because I feel so sorry for that man saying that was his only child. He ain't going to have no grandkids and none of that. I just feel sorry for him. I know, I understand you, man. You said talking. Okay, Gerald J. Up to the morning. Okay. Oh, I'm going to go watch some of this. Okay, Gerald J. Let me put you down for later. Let me see something here. But anyway, like I said, at this point, we really don't know. Anybody got anything else to say? Let me see something here. Because like I said, I really have a lot going on this morning. Let me reiterate. Sean Bradley said, Unsighted April was on Jay Wilson and she was in a need. Some people did say unsighted April always do that, but that's not true. I don't ever see her asking for nothing, you know. So, but even so, because you got people on here that's coming on here ever since it started, in my opinion, when Miss Pizarro came on, was having a problem with her bank. After that, everybody seemed like been coming on having problems. Maybe they saying she got blessed by her people. Maybe I can get something too. That's the, you know, I'm thinking that's because people think that is to come on here every day. Somebody need and a need, and like people can just cash up you every day. Then they say they're misunderstood and somebody else sent money to Jay Wilson to disperse to the people that's chat that's dropping the cash app. Now I don't know if it dispersed it all, what the amount was, and none of that. I don't know nothing about that. They say, what Sean said, it's Jay Wilson. Are you giving out your pocket or do you have the subbies given to the subbies? Okay, so that's what I saw this morning. Jay Wilson talked up on people talking about a whole Thanksgiving meal. He couldn't afford to get his turkeys, his ingredients for his Jesse macaroni cheese, his greens in a can, etc., etc. That's what the word is saying. Okay, but no matter how he got the people blessed, at least he did ask his subbies to give them something, whether it's coming out of his pocket or not. You know what I'm saying? But and then it makes it hard to bless somebody who really need it, because everybody coming on needing rent, needing a car, needing a transmission, need a couch for the house, want an air conditioner, they want this, they want that. Like this is the place to come instead of what happened to people going to banks get loans and stuff, you know, or whatever. I don't know. But that's what the word is. I really don't know. But I I don't know. Meds and keep right on eating. I don't know what Chris talking about, Ray Black, but you're right. If my blood pressure go up, I'll give me some blood pressure meds and take them and just keep on going. He runs this NCB. Y'all stop eating pork. I grew up on pork. I'm gonna keep on eating pork, okay? You got people living to 99 and 100 and they eat pork all their life. It's how you cook it. It's not the extra pork. And eat in moderation. You know what I'm saying? What you say, Miss Cruz said she did a video. I did a video. Is it need or greed? We're in the season of donation. Everybody needs something though. I mean, all of a sudden here. Oh Lord. Okay. Okay. So anyway, y'all. So we just really don't know. And I'm gonna keep listening to everybody. And that's just the way, and that's just the way it's gonna be. I'm just going to just keep listening and figure out for myself. All right. Now, with that said, I'm getting ready to get on up out of here. Ain't nobody got nothing else to say. Thank you guys for coming spending a little time with the old girl this morning. I heard that, Miss Cruz. Pork is good. Yeah, I ain't gonna stop eating my pork. Y'all drop the diamonds. If y'all hit that like, please hit the like. Please hit that like. If y'all want to hit that CHIT and fun, please hit that CHIT and fun.
Break in the case.
Uh-oh, the den is on. All right, y'all. I'm over in the den. Let's go on over there to the den, okay? Y'all want to hit that chitlin fun on the way out? Go ahead and hit that chitlin fun. I don't need a turkey, macaroni, cheese, and dressing and things and stuff like that. But y'all hit that chitlin fun, okay? Thank you very much. And hit the likes if y'all forgot. Because I'm getting ready to get up out of here and I'm at the den. Thank you guys for coming this morning. I appreciate you all. With that said, I got to say toodaloo. Toodaloo.